Leila Hormozi. Leila Hormozi is one of the most influential female entrepreneurs on this planet. And I have made the decision. I want to specifically help more female entrepreneurs, more female professionals improve their communication. The whole niche of women getting into business, of getting into more higher up C-suite level positions is only growing. And communication is something that they will definitely need to improve and to work on and to use if they want to continue. And Leila Hormozi is a perfect example of that. The whole reason I wanted to do this video is I was watching a video of her and her husband Alex being interviewed. And the Leila I watched there, the interview was about 4, 5 years ago, 8 years ago, I believe. And the interview that I saw how Leila was speaking was completely different to her later videos, which is what gave me the idea of analyzing her specific style of speaking and how you can take things away that you can implement into your speech. Who am I? My name is Tion. I am a communications coach. I help professionals, business owners improve their communication skills so they can deepen relationships and get paid more. If you would like help working with me one to one, click the link in the description and me or my team will reach out to you. Let's get into it. So the first video we're going to watch is a video of Leila 4 years ago. We're then going to see how she spoke here and then contrast that to her later videos. Let's see.
What is up? In this video today, what I want to share with you is how to increase revenue through operations. What I continue to see is the lack of infrastructure in businesses that want to go from doing a couple million a year.
Two things I've realized straight away that she has cut out from her more recent videos is filler words. She said, and also eye contact. She looked down. I've never seen Leila do that before, as in her most recent self. This is something she has definitely improved on and got more confident in. Let's see.
To 10 million, 20 million, 30 million, 50 million and above. And I kind of want to break your beliefs around what operations is supposed to do, because I don't have a personal story of how operations was unimportant to me and then became important to me. I was told from the very beginning of when we started Gym Launch that operations was important. Because of that, I focused on it and we were able to scale extremely quickly because we had the infrastructure in place. And so I actually credit a lot of my success to the fact that I just heard that, applied it right away, and I didn't question it. And what I've come across a lot recently is just the lack of belief in operations. And it kind of started.
Funny she said the word belief there, because one thing that I can definitely pick up on is in her later videos, she speaks with so much more belief and confidence and conviction in herself. You might not be able to hear it as in sonically, but I can feel it. I can pick up on it. She speaks with so much more conviction. And of course, this is so true for everybody. As everybody does what they do more, they get more confident in themselves. No different from Leila, no different from me, no different from you.
With a conversation I had with an entrepreneur who's doing about 7 million a year. And we were at a dinner. We have lots of dinners with entrepreneurs. And at this dinner, what
I'm
he was
going to watch
saying
this
is that he
video
fired,
until
most of the people that were in the
maybe two
operational
minutes.
roles. And I said, well, why did you fire them? And he said, well, it just seemed like it was added overhead and it wasn't actually adding value to the business, which 100%, if something is just adding overhead and it's not adding value to your business, the role should not exist in the business. However, the reason that a lot of people that are new to business and they're only doing a few million a year, or even up to 10 million a year, don't know how to utilize operations, it's not because operations is bad and it's just overhead and it's just adding.
One thing that hasn't changed, however, is her knowledge. She has so much knowledge on business, operations, entrepreneurship. And as she has learned more, she's gained more experience. This has only helped her to increase her speaking style, her communication.
Payroll, right? It's because you don't know what operations is actually supposed to do, and most of the time you also don't hire somebody who knows what operations is actually supposed to do. And so here's what I've noticed, because I've had about 4 different operators that have worked directly under me. Obviously I operated in the beginning, then I hired people, I delegated, and the operators always roll into me. And so I can.
Two things that I noticed there, and that will be the last of old Leila, of previous Leila. is when she answered her question, she scratched the back of her head. This is a nervous cue. Whenever you self-soothe, whenever you scratch yourself, you touch your face, it's a sign that you're not comfortable talking about what you've been asked. Another thing she did was, what was it?
Beginning. Then I hired people, I delegated
She
operators that
took a deep breath.
work directly under me. I've operated, obviously, I operated in the beginning. Then I hired people, I delegated. And
Here. It wasn't a deep, controlled breath, however. This was because, okay, I'm speaking too fast. Let me take a deep breath before I run out. Okay. So she started to speak a bit too fast there. Now we are going to move to new. I don't even like to say new. This is still Leila. It's just an improved communication style of Leila. Let's see. Guys, my laptop is so slow. I can't wait to get a new laptop. This is Leila's most popular video on her YouTube. Let us analyze her communication style.
that confidence has what if I told you that confidence has nothing to do with feeling ready and
Instantly, straight away, two things, three things actually. She starts with a question, instantly engaging the audience, the listener. Number two, her tone. She's speaking very, very strategic. She's speaking quieter because she wants you to lean in to hear what she has to say. This is very powerful when asked, when paired with a question. How was your day today? Much, much more intrusive, but that makes you want to lean into her more. Instantly hooks the viewer. And number three, hands. She's changed her camera setup, which is amazing because before it was just her head and that restricted her hand gestures. Now we can see her whole hands, her arms. She's got her hands on the table. She's emoting with her hands, which is amazing. Instant change.
everything to do with doing it scared. I have built multiple businesses, I've led massive teams, I've been on stages terrified out of my mind, and somehow I'm still standing. So if you've ever wondered how to stay calm in a situation, or how to stop overthinking, or how to build real confidence, here's how. I am here to tell you how to actually build confidence. Most people have it backwards.
One thing I would like to note as well is you can tell that in her previous videos, she was just speaking to share her experiences. In her newer videos, in this video, for example, you can tell she is speaking to make a YouTube video. This is something she had to have developed, had to have had developed. Speaking to just speak and then speaking for a YouTube video are two different things. And she's definitely honed this skill. She uses her tonality. When she said actually, she didn't say actually, she said actually. Like, do you actually? Very, of course, if she went outside and started talking like this all the time, like the YouTuber voice, it probably wouldn't serve her, especially in business. But when she wants to create buy-in, that can be on YouTube or in person, in when she's speaking, she uses her tonality.
Confidence is the output, not the input. A lot of people ask me, Leila, how do I build confidence? And I get it because it's just like, everyone's like, oh, believe in yourself. You just need to believe in yourself. And they think that you need to write these affirmations on the bathroom mirror every morning. And listen, that's what I did when I was in my early 20s. I literally did this. I had it written on my mirror. It was like, I am beautiful. I am strong. I am capable. I am confident. And guess what? Nothing changed. It didn't do anything. Having those things written on my mirror didn't do jack for how I felt the rest of my day. And the reason for that is because confidence comes from action. And that's why I say so often, your mood, follow the plan. Because if you keep the promises that you make to yourself, especially when you don't feel like doing it, that's the input that leads to the output of confidence. And that's what most people miss. They're so busy chasing the result. It's like if you
I've not noticed any filler words. Of course, this is much more heavily edited, but I can imagine that she doesn't say many filler words now. She's so much more confident in in presenting on camera.
You think about it, if somebody's like, I really just want to be skinny, right? And so that all they do is just like thinking about being skinny, wishing they could be skinny too. But you're like, just get in the gym, get in the gym, do the workout, eat the food. You can't just wish for it, you have to work for it. So I'll give you an example. At the age of 21, I moved across the country. I had no job, I had no money, and I had no clue what the hell I was doing. I certainly had no confidence in myself, and I wasn't confident in my ability to pull it off. And so what I did.
Love the hand gestures. I love the hand gestures. Seriously. That's one thing her husband, Alex, has in common as well. They both use brilliant hand gestures. I've actually made a video analyzing Alex's communication style as well. I'll leave it in the description or in the cards.
Is I said, okay, I'm at least gonna put together a plan. So what I did is I moved to California. I got an apartment, and then I looked for every place that I could work, which was a gym, because I had my degree in exercise science, within walking distance. And I had to do walking distance because I was like, I can't afford to pay for too much gas because I don't have money. And so I ended up getting a job at 24 Hour Fitness. And when I got the job, what I realized within the first 2 days was that the job wasn't about fitness. It wasn't about everything I'd learned. It was actually about marketing and sales. And I was terrified because I was like, I have no idea how to do marketing and sales. And I felt like this complete imposter syndrome. I just felt like out of my.
There's a reason why this is her most popular video, storytelling. I'm hooked. I am hooked. This is her story. This is the reason why it's the most popular video on her channel, storytelling.
Body experience, because I was like, how am I supposed to do this? But at the same time, what I'm seeing is my bank account. Every single day, I had $5,000.
I'm going to watch this video till 4 minutes.
Was $1,400 a month.
Then
Food,
I will break down
gas,
exactly
everything
what's
else,
changed.
insurance, paying off my student loan debt, all those things. Every single month, I was like, I've got 3 months. And so I was like, I have to learn how to do this. And the thing is that I knew, I was like, I don't want to be the person who walks out. I don't want to be the person who quits, because I knew that was just going to make me feel worse about myself. And so I put in the reps. I said, I'm going to read 5 books on sales. I'm going to be there at 4 a.m. I'm going to leave at 9 p.m. I'm going to drill. I'm going to take every opportunity to meet with somebody who's better than me. I'm going to take all the opportunity possible to learn the skill. I was so nervous the first time I went to make my first sale that I went into the bathroom because I thought I was going to throw up. I went into the bathroom. I didn't leave. I didn't quit.
Love that. Love that so much. Let's rewind that.
Because I thought I was going to throw up. I went into the bathroom.
So she said her most hard-hitting, her most dramatic point of her point. She said, I went into the bathroom. She didn't move on to the next thing. She repeated that. She didn't just repeat it. She leant in to make sure you understood. I went into the bathroom. If you didn't get it the first time, you definitely got it the second time. Powerful, powerful tool. Lean in, repeat your most hard-hitting point, and say it with tone, with emotion. 3 things. Repeat your hard-hitting point, lean in, and say it with emotion. Amazing. Yeah, she knows how to tell stories.
I didn't
how to communicate with
I didn't quit. And what happened was that I was absolutely fucking terrified for the first 30 days. I remember the moment where I made my first sale, and my manager, my team, everybody came, they all crowded around me, and they were like, you did it. And what was crazy was that none of the celebration mattered. It wasn't the fact that everyone was congratulating me. It wasn't the fact that I made the money. It was the fact of how I felt about myself. It was like this vision that I had of my future self just got pulled into reality. And every belief I had about myself was broken right then. I didn't believe that I could make money. I wasn't confident in my ability to sell or to market until the sale happened. And all of a sudden, it was like more of what's possible came to mind for me. Like I started to think about other things I could do. I started thinking about other skills I could acquire. I started to think about other things beyond the box that I had built of the vision of myself. That's absurd to think that if I was just reading affirmations in the mirror, that I suddenly would have been good at sales. Like I put in the reps to get good at sales. And here's the thing, success does not discriminate. Confidence does not discriminate. It doesn't care where you've come from. It doesn't care about your background. It doesn't care about your experience. All it cares about is the fact that you put in the work to get it. So if you see people, right, you see people when you're younger and you're like, how is that person so confident, right? Like given all their circumstances, maybe what they look.
Wow, wow, wow. That's powerful. That is so powerful. So let me break down exactly what has changed from previous Leila to the new Leila we know now and her communication style. Number one, the main thing is conviction. She speaks with conviction. And of course, as I said, it's because she's got become more comfortable speaking on camera, making videos. But she speaks with so much more conviction, so much more emotion and tonality. Number two, hand gestures. A major shift. She probably just put her camera down. Maybe she was already making hand gestures before. We just couldn't see it because her camera was only on her head. The fact that she now shows her torso, her hands, her arms, etc., we can now see how she emotes. And when we see somebody making hand gestures, it's so much more easier for us to keep engaged with what they are saying. Number three, her ability to storytell. The reason why the video we watched is the most popular video on her channel is because she story told her story. I was hooked. I forgot I was recording a video. I was listening to her story. Those are the main three things that has changed in Layla's communication style and how she has been able to build 100 million, I don't even know how many hundreds of millions dollar business she has built. If you would like to watch me react to more female entrepreneurs, to more female professionals, maybe even singers, someone like Oprah, etc., comment who and I will get to it. Again, my name is Tion. If you would like help improving your communication in your work, in your business, DM me the word. No, not on you. We're on YouTube, aren't we? So click the link in the description and I will reach out to you. Thank you for your time.